try this again. Aha! Here we go. Okay. We fixed it. I had to do the unplug and plug it back in trick. So, good morning, everyone. Huzzah! So today we're playing a new TTRPG called Grimoire. It is an award-winning TTRPG. Made by a person by Bardic and Corey. So the things with this game is it is gonna hit a little bit dark on some occasions. I did a little quick glimpse through, but we're learning this game together as we go. So it is won the Australian Role Playing Industry Awards in 2021 for best rule system. So also the inspiration for this game was by Tim Hutchings' game called Thousand Year Old Vampire, which I would highly suggest if you follow me on YouTube and everything. I did a mini series of Thousand Year Old Vampire back in 2023. Yes. Tired sigh, tired HR sigh. So, there's your table of contents. I'm not going to go into it. So we're going to start with what is it, materials we need, and I think what we're going to end up doing most of today is the character creation portion of this game. So, what is it? Grimoire is an authoring solo RPG game that has you take on a wizard undertaking magical research. You'll engage with Grimoire by creating a Grimoire, a tome of magical research. The Grimoire will be filled with spells your wizard creates, along with journal entries that describes your wizard's life. By the end of the game, this is the cool part about this game, you've created an artifact that can be used in other role-playing games. So you can use it in like your D&D game as a magic item that you just find, or Pathfinder. Heck, you can even use it in Vampire the Masquerade for an old Koldonic magic tome for Tzimisces, or blood magic for Bana Hakim, or Ministry, or Tremere. So it can fit in any system that you want to use it for. So to begin play, you need to create your wizard using the wizard section of this book. Once you created the wizard, you should read play in the game section to learn how to generate prompts, respond to them, and create spells. And then for experience, players are encouraged to make use of the rules reference at the back of the book, which I'm not experienced. We're doing this for the first go, so let's see what happens. And then throughout the book, are boxes like caution below, which provide instruction to help you get started and helpful hints. As always, on the YouTube, I will link to where you can buy this game. I will provide a link of where you can buy the PDF, and also I think this game has a physical copy as well. As a reminder, there is a caution bar that says a wizard may experience or witness harm, the loss of mental capacities, death, and engage in violent acts. And today's tea is masala chai by Wittard. I have like a big 24 pack of Wittard tea that I'm trying to get through. It's a black tea. It's not my favorite. I may need to add a little cream to it. So, materials that are needed in this game are a deck of playing cards, including both jokers, but I use an app called Random Card for my deck of cards. These will be used to generate spells, track quests, resolve actions, and provide journal prompts. A means to record journal prompts and draw spell glyphs. This could be anything from a computer, notepad, or the index card. So the cool thing about my phone is I have an app where I can basically scan in the glyph and everything and then put it into Google Docs. So there's that option. And then, of course, is always our lovely journal that we write things down. The best one is a reading book of your choice, used to identify words of power for spell creation. So, the book I chose. The book I chose. The book I chose. Fahrenheit 451 by Ray Bradbury. That's what I picked for this game. I have chosen violence first thing in the morning. Of course you did. Yes. I picked that as my book for today. Yeah, it's an interesting choice. The other choice I was going to pick was 1984 by Orwell. That was the other choice, and I had my husband choose which book I was going to use, so he picked Fahrenheit 451. And honestly, Fahrenheit 451 is a perfect choice considering how shit is happening right now in the world. So, the final thing that you need is optional is an assortment of die of varying types or a random number generator. These are used to roll on various tables throughout this document that will help you support with the creative requirement of this game. Your wizard. He's a little witch hat. So the name. We are going to generate for our name. So the funny thing is, I almost picked Handmaid's Tale for this, but I had to sit and think about it, and I'm like, no, that book is a little too much for this. But that is a good choice as well. Yeah. For those who do not know, I've been reading a lot of books that are technically on a banned book list. So the current reads that I'm reading right now is Lord of the Flies, Animal Farm, Fahrenheit 451, The Handmaid's Tale, and 1984. Those are the current ones on my reading list. The ones that I read previously were The Giver, The Book Thief, and A Brave New World. The Giver and Brave New World I have read as a teenager and early preteen. So The Book Thief was my first read through, and I fucking cried real hard. It was sad. So let's name our wizard. So we have a number generator between 1 and 20 for the prefix and suffix. So let's roll. We're going to roll my big die, my big girl. So number 9, rack is the first part of the name. I love the fact with this. Yeah, correct. Correct. I've been reading a lot of banned books lately. So the second part of the name, 16. That's cute, actually. Their name is Raccoon, which is Rakune. All right. So the next part of the name is the title of our wizard. It might be a trash panda. Who knows? So with this, we are going to roll a d66. Which is interesting considering, look at the table. It's a little small. In the tilt table, to generate a wizard or create your own, write this name on the front of your journal. You may wish to consider how your wizard attained their title. So we're going to use a number gen. Okay. So they have, their title is The Fearless. And then values and goals. So the values describe how they see the world. Will affect the way your wizard interprets the meaning of spells and will likely change throughout play. A single different value is assigned to the 4 suits: hearts, diamonds, clubs, and spades. Whenever the last prompt has been responded to a bond or a quest set, replace the value of a matching suit of the last card with a value that reflects how your wizard responded to that prompt. Okay. So we have hearts, diamonds, spades, and clubs. So we are going to roll on our tilt table once again. For hearts, we rolled love. Shocking no one. Yes, but for purpose of this, I'm not showing the whole book for when we do this because you can buy the book yourself. So another one of the values we are rolling for is for diamonds. Okay, the next one is humor for diamonds. I'm going to put this under values. So I have a note. And then for spades, interesting, wealth. $25. And then the final one, which is clubs, will be for community. Which is so funny because these are the typical topics mostly for a good chunk of these for tarot readings. So now we need to make a goal for our wizard. A goal your wizard is trying to achieve via magical research. The completion of this goal marks a positive end to that game and is tracked by a set of face cards, Jack, King, Queen, that you may add by completing spells. Each time you add to the goal set, if the added card is the first card of the set or has a matching suit in the set, then your wizard has made progress. You should include a description on how the spell has or will provide progress towards the goal within the relative journal prompts. Once there are 3 cards with the matching suits in the goal, your wizard has found success. The final general entry should describe on how your wizard accomplished their goal. So write down a goal for your wizard on the first page of your journal. A research location in Grimoire would have suggested goals tied into the prompts for that location. See samples below for inspiration. For example, is overthrow the current regime in the city. Speak with the great ones who created this world. Prove to the monarchy I'm worthy of their name. Recover my lost loves, most treasured possession. Attain immortality. Bring end to the war. Repay those who raised me. Earn the respect of my betrothed. Or create a tower to reach the stars. What shall our goal be? Is violence an option? Hi Zeta. The violence for the book that I have chosen as a material piece for this game, which a book is actually needed to play this game, a regular reading book. I picked Fahrenheit 451. There's your violence. So I mean, what wizard doesn't want to pick tower for no reason? Actually, I have an idea. Speak with the ones who whisper in the woods. Hi guys, I'm probably gonna turn this into an eldritch horror game, so prepare yourselves, I guess. Now, bonds. These are very important in this game. So your wizard will make friends and enemies of either individuals or groups. These bonds will support or debilitate your wizard throughout the studies and adventures. The four most influential and important bonds at a time are tracked using a unique set of prompts assigned to giving a playing card suit. Hearts, diamonds, spades, clubs. Whenever you have an empty suit for a friend or foe while you're responding to research or a quest prompt, a character present in the narrative should fill the empty slot. Now, friends are assigned to hearts or diamonds, whereas foes are assigned to spades or clubs. Selected a appropriate bond prompt set. Your wizard will start with 4 bonds. To create a bond, write down the name and a sentence that describes who they are to your wizard and assign the bond to a matching suit. And then select a matching prompt set. The samples follow this form: suit, prompt set, name, and description. So we are going to start with hearts. Let me the investor, the bully, the thug, the diner. Okay. I don't think we touch those yet. No, we don't touch those yet. So let's start with heart. So the type of heart bonds that you can do are the listener, the diner, or the fair weather. I think I'm going to do the diner because I like food. I am a bougie thing for food. Those who have followed me for a while, every so often I just do a photo of a food dump photo collage in my server every so often of what I've eaten. I love food. So we're gonna do the diner. And let's do a 1-word sentence. Oh, we need a name. What shall we name our first friend? Yeah, I'm super excited. I'm getting pizza today. Now you got me thinking of the Lucky Charms commercials. Damn it. Damn it. Hearts, stars, and horseshoes, clovers, and blue moons. No. No. Now I'm gonna do this all day today. Thank you, Azrael. I'm gonna do this all goddamn day. They're magically delicious. Okay. Pot of gold and rainbows and a red balloon. For those who don't know, I have a thing called echolalia that is triggered occasionally. I usually have it very under control, but my big trigger is 90s and 2000s commercials. Like one that gets me going, it is 1-800-588-2300 Empire Today. Like stuff like that. Every so often it just hits my brain and it won't leave me alone. Yum. God damn it, Sam. I'm not winning. We're setting up our new game right now. And my echolalia is going real bad. Oh no. We need a name for our friend for the wizard. Welcome to the newest audio. Bartleby. I like that. Okay. So Bartleby. I like Bartleby. I can use Tabitha for diamonds. I'll use Tabitha for diamonds. So we use the diner. So Bartleby, since this is a game of T and Solo TTRPGs, is a bit of a tea snob. But they mean well. Okay, so we got our first bond done. See, the best part is I don't have my headphones in, so I can't even hear the noise. Ha ha ha. We do stand a good tea snob. The best tea snob that I actually know in my real life is Miss Liz. If you don't know who they are my best friend. Miss Liz is a big tea snob. So. Okay, so we are at diamonds. So the type of diamond bonds we can do is the investor, the donor, and the guilty. Okay, have fun, Max. I appreciate that you're coming in just to vibe and body double while you're working. So that's really cool. See you soon. Let's see. Yeah, of course. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in. Let's see. I think we're gonna do diamond. We're gonna do the investor for Tabitha. Tabitha is a collector of the odd and strange. The odd and strange items. This is what I think will be really cool for Tabitha. Yeah. Tabitha is bougie. So the next bond that we're doing is an enemy. So spades. The type that we can do is the bully, the rival, or the nobility. I kind of want to do the nobility, but I also kind of want to do the rival. You can only pick one or the other for the bond. Okay, Melinda. All right, no. Why is that bitch back again? Seb, is this where I can kill Melinda off in this game? Is this what I'm hearing? I can actually kill Melinda off? So for context, with Melinda, in a game that I have been playing with Seb for 5 years. 5 years. So Seb runs a homebrew game for me, my husband, my friend Liz, and my friend Colin every other Saturday. This is the third campaign in this world, and there is a woman named Melinda that the entire party cannot stand. They used to be engaged to one of the party members, known as Kebro. Mind you, my character Audriel, bless her bean heart, is in the process of deprogramming herself. Yes, and I'm saying deprogramming or disconnecting or reevaluating her life after escaping a cult that she grew up in. Audriel is like, I'm gonna give you forgiveness because her new god, mind you, this is the third god she's worked under as a cleric. The third. Yes, I am also trying to collect a bunch of men. We don't talk about that. But Audriel currently works for the god of the moon and change. And she extended the olive branch, so to speak, to give Melinda another chance to change her ways. Because Melinda has a lot of issues, jealousy issues, and being a bitch issues. Mind you, my character is a bitch. It takes a bitch to know one, but well, the first god she was associated with, she was the high priestess of a sun god. That was part of the cult. The second god came to her after she got arrested, and she felt like she had no other choice, so she made a deal with that god. And then shit went to shit, and she realized god number 2 was also as problematic, and now she's with god number 3, who she adores deeply to her bones. Because this is going to be news to Seb, god number 3 reminds her a little bit of herself, and she is this god's only cleric. The rest are warlocks. But continuing on, so with spades, we're going to do Melinda, the noble. The nobility. But Audriel adores the moon god a lot. He gave her a lot of chances, and he's part of the reason she got out of the cult. So, but nobility. Let's see. A bitchy? Ha 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 ha. A bitchy, spoiled, and entitled woman, but she knows a lot about herbalism. Okay, so let's do clubs. So with clubs, we can pick the thug, the supernatural, or the assassin for our bond. One second. I am checking something because I had a notification that I needed to check. Poor me. So, clubs. What are we picking? The thug, the supernatural, or the assassin? One. Okay, here we go. Sorry about that. My whole thing, my whole mic arm just collapsed for a moment. Good times. Um, it's a Friday, I guess. We were back on clubs. Did we pick the supernatural, the thug, or the assassin? Which one did we pick? Yeah, give me the name. We'll do the thug. You leave my boy alone. An odd man in my tower that creates living nightmares. Cool. All right, so we created our bonds. So now we have resources. So we have 3 sources to track, which is coins, coin is a measure of wealth a wizard has. It is used to undertake quests or mitigate potential encounters or consequences. A coin is represented by a whole number. Wounds represent the physical, mental, or emotional strain your wizard has taken. Runes are recorded as short statements, such as a broken nose from a rival wizard. When the game directs you to, your wizard can sustain 3 wounds. Any more than that, they die, and the game is over. And then the final one is corruptions. So, corruption. Magic comes at a price. Corruption is a measure of how twisted your wizard's mind and body have become due to exposure to magical energies. Corruptions are recorded as short statements, such as scaly skin on my right arm. When the game directs you to, your wizard can sustain 3 corruptions. Any more, they are lost, and the game is over. If your wizard knows a spell, they can cast a spell to ignore some or all consequences of a journal prompt. If your wizard casts a spell in this way, your wizard will gain 1 corruption. Now, carve up some space in the first page of your journal to track your coin, wounds, and corruption. You begin with 3 coin. Coin will only need 1 line, but wounds and corruption will need 3 lines each to fit the sentence fragments. Which I have it split up to 3 different columns, and I can do things underneath that. Now playing the game. So we have finished character creation. So how to play. Your wizard is researching the hum of the ley lines in hopes of discovering spells that can help them achieve their desires. When you play Grimoire, you choose from a list of actions for your wizard to undertake. Each action is facilitated by a different procedure, but all use the same deck of playing cards that sometimes refer to a specific table to generate prompts. This game can be played in a single long sitting or in small bursts over days or weeks. Which, for me, I am going to do this over multiple episodes until we finish the game. That's just how we do it. For setting up the table, ensure all materials are nearby or spread out on a table in front of you. Leave a play space for when you play cards on the table. Separate the face cards from the rest of the deck. Shuffle both decks and draw a face card to play to the table. This will be your first spell. You're now ready to select your first action. Now, with ending the game will end when one of the following conditions is met. A prompt says the game ends. Your wizard has 3 wounds and acquires another. Your wizard has 3 corruptions and acquires another. Or there are 3 cards with matching suits played to the goal. So, prompt responses, which we will draw our face card. Which I can do this way. We have a Jack of Diamonds. So we're going to put this down in my journal. Jack of Diamonds is a face card. So, with prompts, it begins with a statement of what occurred and followed by a series of questions for you to respond to. Not every prompt has a consequences, but if it does, it will be listed after the questions on a separate line. Consequences will demand action, indicating you gain or remove a resource or alter the game in some way. When responding to prompts, it's important to consider the following: your wizard's goal, the current quest, previous events or consequences that have occurred, consequences of the prompt and the decision you have made, what spell your wizard has discovered, any bonds are involved, or anything that may provide context or detail. So the thing with this game as well is it is designed to support you with exploring the personality of a wizard while you create new spells, but you can also direct the narrative any way you like as long as you abide by the constraints and resources your wizard has. So each turn, you select one of the following actions for your wizard. When you select an action, follow the procedure for that action in the order listed. A turn is considered over once you finish the procedure. Then you can select another action to continue the game. So there's Consort, Discover, Heal, Perform, Quest, Research. And then Jokers are your end path of the game. So we are creating a spell right now, since we start off with a spell. So we're going to start with the spell. A spell in Grimoire is represented by a series of cards called a set, a series of words, an offering, and a glyph. A set begins when a face card is played on the table when you discover. You craft your spell as you add cards to the set when you research or quest. Every card will shape the glyph of the spell, but only 3 cards will shape the spell itself. Face card determines how many spell points are required, which we drew a jack, which means it'll need 11 spell points. The first number card will determine the words of power, which we will get to in a second. The last number card determines which value of your wizard uses as a lens to interpret the words, see completing a spell. Once the value of each card in a set sums to the required of the number of spell points as per the table below, the spell is considered complete. So, let's go back up to the beginning. So, with our first action, we are going to research. So, we are going to do research. That is our first step. So, we are going to draw a card. We got the 7 of clubs. We are going to play the card to the existing spell set. Now we're going to go to the research prompt table. And the prompt that we got is, so now we are down, so 7 minus 11 We have 4 spell points left. 4. So, let's get to 7. A plague swept through the city. What were the symptoms? What magical resource could have been harvested from the sick in order to weave this spell? And as a reminder, with this, our values with clubs is community. So we need to think of that as well. And also think of our goal, which is speak with the ones who whisper in the forest. So, the symptoms. Trying to think. I feel like we're going to finish doing our spell for today and then call it a day for this first go round so we can continue playing fully next go. All right. Let's see. Okay. Hear me out. I don't want to do the typical like black veins or green veins or stuff like that. So I want to say the fingernails. Fingernails. Those who have anything against fingernails, this is not the time to listen. I know there are a few people that have like a trigger with anything with fingernails. Slowly turning into little mushrooms. So the fingernails are turning into little mushrooms. The skin goes bioluminescent. And the eyes slowly turn into flowers. Hi guys, me making a plague look very pretty. Just my luck. Hmm. Into flowers. Now, what do we harvest? I hate wording it that way, but okay, we harvest. This sounds so bad. Harvest the dead, quote, dead bioluminescent skin cells. That's what we take from them. We don't kill them, we just take their skin cells. We just scrape it off into a jar. We don't attempt to harm. Yeah, we gotta get our pound of flesh. Alright, so we're gonna go to Words of Power. Alright. Now the Words of Power. When you're slowly learning this game. So, now we are at the second part of creating the stage. Now, Words of Power. Open your chosen reading book. To a random page and look for a number of words in a sequence equal to the rank of the card being played to the set. Write these words down. So, yes, I will have Sam DM Sam and remind him to, because I will probably forget with my ADHD. All right, now we're gonna randomly open a page. We're just gonna flip until I stop. Okay. In a sequence. Five, nope. Nope. This is hard. Three. Well, okay. I guess the words of power are this. The chairs creaked. Under the three women. That's not ominous at all, I'm gonna be honest. Okay. Now, we need to draw a number card in just a second. All right. So the next card we're going to draw. Oh, boy. Okay. Fuck. So we got 6 of spades. 6 of spades. We're still in the research. However, the spell fails. So the thing with the spell is if a set should ever exceed the number of spell points required, discard all cards in that set. You have failed to comprehend the humming of the ley lines. It failed. The spell failed. So with the 6 of spades, we're still going to do the prompt for that. You're awakened by a smattering of drool on your face. What message from the ley lines did this abomination deliver to you? Okay, let's just... What did the ley lines tell me? You're a dumb bitch. I'm sorry. Taco Bell sounds nice, don't you think? No! Actually, I'm getting pizza later, which I'm super excited about. The message of the ley lines. And that's why I failed the spell. No. Maybe you shouldn't have. Maybe you shouldn't have gotten the skin. The skin as a component. You will fail. Okay. Oh, that's cool. I failed the glyph. Oops. Okay, let's try this again. We're gonna try to create a new spell. Because I would like to get a spell done before the end of this game. Let's draw a face card. Who is texting me? My dad. Dad, leave me alone. Okay, King of Clubs. They really are spelling disaster, so we need 13 spell points. So, okay. We're gonna quest this time. Let's double check questing. So, this action will be one of the primary actions taken to produce journal prompts. It'll allow the player to exchange a coin. So, we are now down to 2 coins, which I'm going to go over here and cross out and do a 2. Okay. So what we're going to do is going to choose one of the following. All right. So we're going to select a spell set, which you would choose the cards to, which we're doing the current one. So we are going to draw 3 cards for this. So we're going to do the 8 of Hearts. It's going to take me a minute to learn this. Eight of Hearts. So what is discarded? Discard 7 of Diamonds and 4 of Clubs. So 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we have 5 spell points left. So that is done. So we're going to go to the requests section. Eight of Hearts. Oh, so with the questing, with the first one, we have the 8 of Hearts. So the first prompt for this, the world is flipped and you saw the mirror world. How did the ley lines present here? What guarded this font of magic? And I will be gaining 1 wound. So the wound we're going to do loss of left eye. That is what we're doing for the wound. So, how do the ley lines present here? Bright like fire. Ever flowing. Warm. Hello.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
It's almost.
Oh, yum. Ever-flowing, warm, endearing.
Bubbly.
Bubbly?
Bubbly.
The ley lines are bubbly?
Ley lines are bubbly.
Okay. With bubbles of light. Coming out of the ley lines. And I'm going to put a number 1 next to this since I've already done the first prompt. Coming out of the ley line. And what was the guard of this? Okay, hear me out. I like gargoyles, so I'm going to do a big giant gargoyle. A giant stone gargoyle. Watches over this. They were not too pleased. To even see me. They attacked. And I lost my eye. Oh, pizza's here. Pizza's here. Yes, please. Can you get me a couple slices? 2. On a plate, please. Sure, we named the gargoyle. Gargoyle's name is Hemlock. Okay. So we fulfilled the prompt. Let's go back to quests. Just to make sure I did everything.
There was a shortage on which ones they had. So this was all they had.
What is it? Oh, cool. Don't mind me eating.
You need to stay away from that.
Also with this, I think we're good. Hold on. Okay. Let's double check something. Okay, cool. So, now we're gonna go back to research. Oh, we gotta pick words of power. Fuck. Hi, guys. Okay, I like this one. He must have been first cousin to man. Those are the words of power. I have a ham, sausage, and pepperoni pizza. So a meat lover's pizza. That's the vibe. So, 7-Eleven. Three of spades. So, we are now down to 2 spell points that we need. Yep. Okay. Now let's go to the research to spades. The city guard interrupted your research. What questions did they ask you? Why are they here? I don't know. I know what to do. The guards asked them about why they took the skin from the plague infectees. The skin cells. They took from the plague. Asked if it harmed them. If it's properly sealed. Etc. They were here due to a concerned citizen. Concern is in quotes. It was probably that bitch Melinda. Okay. Now. Meanwhile, I'm gonna take another bite of food. Don't mind me. Pizza. We love it. Hey, can one of y'all pick a number 1 or 2 for me, please, real quick? Pick a number 1 or 2. Okay. Cool. Done. Who the fuck is tagging me? Okay. Alright, cool. Y'all pick something off screen for my LARP. FYI. So, we finished this research, and we're gonna do one more research, and then hopefully we get it. I can't make this shit up. I cannot make this shit up. I cannot make this shit up. I drew the Two of Hearts. I can't make this shit up. We completed a spell. I can't make this shit up. Yes. So, we're actually going to finish this episode with making a spell, which is going to be really cool. Oh no! An illegal food merchant in the street offered you a bite. What did you eat? Why were you not in your study researching? I already know what I was eating. I'm gonna apologize. We're having a Cthulhu lemon cake. Cake that was perfectly delicious. So there is a long-standing joke between me and my friends from a game that I played years ago, TTRPG wise, and my character, who had no idea who Cthulhu was. This was like a Pathfinder game and meeting the eldritch beings and everything. Had no idea who Cthulhu was. Cthulhu was her dad. And she offered him lemons because she thought he needed a little zest in his life. And now he has little lemon farms. That's what happened. Yeah, you know, your dad's just Cthulhu and you just give him lemons. That tells you you're the favorite child. And why were you not in your study researching? Ezekiel was actually quite busy. With their own research. It needed the tower today. Needed the tower for their nightmarish hellscape. Okay, now for the final part of this. Yeah, he kicked me out of the whole ass tower for the day. So, we're gonna create the name of the glyph. Now we get to name our spell. What are we naming it? I kind of want to do Firebird. I'm going to do Phoenix Rising. Phoenix Rising is the name of the spell because of the ley lines. That's where I'm getting it from. So, below the name is a short sentence that describes what the spell does. Taps into the ley lines. To make a bird of fire. To deliver messages. The offering of the spell is described at the bottom of the page. Which I'm going to see what the example is. Okay. So, the Faith card determines the general shape, as per the shape table below. Hi, Cryptwalker. So, with our shape, it is the king. So, the king is a pentagon. So, we're going to draw a pentagon on our page. Which is several little pentagons. Let me look at those. Okay. So we're going to draw a little pentagon. I will do a paint version of this, so it'll be in the Google Doc, because I can't draw worth shit. So the second card for the connection table is 8 of Hearts. Oh, second number card. 8. Oh, we're drawing a leaf in the center of our... I will draw the best leaf I ever can draw. Best leaf. I can't draw a leaf. It looks like a feather, but it's a leaf. I promise you, it's a goddamn leaf. It's a leaf. A leaf. Now, the connection table, which is our last number, it is 3. So we're going to draw curves. It looks like a macaroni salad that I'm making on this fucking goddamn thing. I'm actually enjoying myself with this. So y'all can see how derpy my drawing is. That is the glyph. There you go. Have a leaf with a pit. I tried my best. I tried. Look. We have one spell correctly completed. And on that note, I think that's where we're going to leave it today. Thank you for tuning in for this chaos. We will be back on Wednesday at 10 a.m. usually, or 9:45. That's when I usually start streaming and talk to y'all for a little bit. On Mondays, as always, at 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time here on the Starfield, we do the Guardians of Neptune's Cairn, our werewolf, 5th edition Chronicle. On Wednesdays at 10 a.m. Eastern, we have our lovely T and Solo TTRPGs, where I play a TTRPG and we play test it for the very first time, so it's all first impressions. On Thursdays at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard, we have Gym Meta, which is ran by the lovely Rev, which is a Masks to New Generation game. And then Friday mornings, we have this for our TTRPG side. And then either Tuesdays or Wednesdays at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, my husband plays a Pokemon Black and White Soul Link with our friend Eric from City of Glass Games. So, on that note, have a good day, everybody.